Good morning, guys. So we are on day 21 and we're up to 110 swings. And just like I have been doing, I'm breaking mine up into the 4 different swings that we have been that we were doing all last week. Double skier swings, single skier swings, single Russian swings, and double Russian swings. So to me, breaking them up into like basically 4 sets of different swings breaks up the monotony. So you're only doing 28 of each swing this way. And for a lot of people, like with those higher reps, that number makes a big difference. So if you go into this telling yourself, man, I got to do 110 swings of double Russians, then that might seem a little bit overwhelming for some people, which is understandable. But if you break it up into different swing styles and you're only doing 28 of each swing, now all of a sudden it doesn't seem like you are doing as many. It's just a little bit of a mind trick. Runners, I know I used it for when I was doing endurance training for running for long distance. I would break up my runs, my long runs, into miles and say, okay, I have just 3 miles to go. Just 3 miles, just 3 miles. I know it seems silly, but it's a good psychological trick to make your workout seem less daunting and overwhelming. So let's get started. I'm gonna get going on the warm-up with you guys and get right into our swings. So our warm-up, once again, we start with those high knees. Get our legs warmed up. Go ahead. Okay, kicks. Last one. We are going to go down into our lunge with a twist. When you're doing these, make sure your back is nice and straight and your core is engaged. Last one, and we're going to switch legs. Last one. All right, come up. We're going to do our, I don't know, I kind of call these a starfish. So reach across, try to touch your toe, hinge at your hips. Keep your back nice and flat. And feel the stretch behind on your, you should feel some in your inner thigh and up your hamstrings. Keep going. One more. And arm circles. Get our shoulders loosened up. Switch directions. Okay. I'm going to open my window before we start. It was raining earlier, so I was kind of worried about doing this outside. Okay, 28 of each. I'm starting out with the double skier swings, and then the singles, then single Russian, double Russian. So once again, for your skier swings, your feet are hip width apart. Your core is nice and tight. Roll those shoulders back so that you're standing up nice and straight as well. Your knees are soft, hinging at the hips. So your back is going to stay flat when you're doing these. And your neck should also be in alignment with the rest of your spine. You should not be looking up. You should not have your head down. You should be looking about a 45-degree angle in front of you on the floor. And when you swing up, find a spot on the wall to focus on, and always bring your eyes to that spot. When you thrust up, your glutes are engaged, and your core stays nice and tight throughout the entire thing, okay? It's really important. I have a habit of looking up from being an instructor and watching my class. It's hard to break. Your weight should still be in your heels, not in the front. It's 28. I'm going to set this guy down and move right into 28 of the singles. So you notice if you're doing it with the doubles, you have to thrust your hips harder to get those weights lifted because you have more weight. And you don't have to thrust quite as hard when you're only doing a single kettlebell. Watch you don't hit yourself too early. And it's a Monday. Last one. I'm going to move right into singles. Doubles, almost done. Last one. Whew. Kettlebell swings are no joke. Catch your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's get into our cool down. Heel up for that runner stretch. If you want to, if you're flexible enough, reach down and grab your toes and hold. And switch legs. Come up, inner thighs. So we're going to lunge to the side and hold. So when you're lunging to the side, you should be kicking your hips back. And that weight should be distributed through your back heel. You shouldn't be leaning forward. This is to help protect your knees more than anything. Switch sides. And I say this because I see a lot of people when I'm instructing and watching them work out, they tend to lean forward. You want to keep your glutes pushed back and have that weight back into your heel. Come up, quad. And switch legs. Okay. Come down to the floor on your knee. Step out forward, nice and wide. Just come down for the hip flexor stretch. So again, you should feel that in the front of your hips. If you can come down, put your hands on the ground for a deeper stretch. And if you need to go deeper still, bend those elbows to get down lower. And switch legs. And you're going to find that one side is probably more flexible than the other, and that one of your sides is also stronger. It's normal. Okay. And come all the way up, overhead to the side. Okay, so I'm going to do a little thing because I want to make sure you guys are actually doing the cool down, because it's a very important part of exercise, is to make sure that you are warmed up correctly and that you cool your muscles down correctly. So the person, for everybody that comments in the comment section of this video, I did the cool down with Mel. I'm going to give you something a little extra. You're going to get an extra bonus from me. So I want to make sure you guys are doing these. In fact, I want you to say, I did the warm-up and cool down with Mel on top of my swing exercises. If you don't comment, you're not going to get an extra bonus prize. I guarantee you're going to love it. But it's going to be a surprise, so you'll have to wait and see until October 21st what it is. Use your fingers. around the back, drop your chin to your chest. Feel the stretch between your shoulder blades. And come up, face them behind you, pull down, feel it across your chest. Okay. Finish up with some neck rolls, chin to your chest, roll all the way around, switch directions. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining me on a Monday morning. So I'm curious to see how many of you are trying Kyle's bonus workouts. Give him some feedback, let him know that you're doing them, and give him some likes. I did ask him to come on and help with some of this stuff because he has a lot of knowledge in the area. And he's very good at all of this stuff, and the weightlifting part especially. So make sure that you give his workouts a try. Let him know when you've tried them. I want more activity, so get on here and post, guys. This is an accountability group, motivational group, plus your fitness guide. So be active in here. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. We are all in this together. This is a tough challenge. And you guys are doing fantastic. I'm so proud of all of you for sticking in there. And for those of you that aren't doing your swings every day, at this point, I really want you to be doing your swings every day. Please don't miss a day, because you're going to find it really hard to get caught back up unless you are doing extra swings on your off day, which means that you aren't truly resting and your muscles aren't having a chance to really recover at all. So please don't miss a day. I can't encourage that enough, and I will be putting a little reminder out there to you guys in the afternoons from here on out to say, don't forget to do your swings today. You don't want to get behind, because if you get behind, you're going to have 100 extra swings to do for that day. So make sure you're doing them. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic Monday. And today, this afternoon is the lunar eclipse, right? Or solar eclipse, or whatever they call it. Solar eclipse. I guess we'll be able to see it in our area between 1 and 2:30-ish. Make sure you have glasses. Make sure you keep your eyes safe. I read that you should keep your pets inside. I don't know. Most likely, because, I mean, I can't imagine that they'd look up at the sun too often, but... So, just be safe with the eclipse, and I hope you have a fantastic day. See you all tomorrow.